Hello, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Orwell, Ignorance is Strength. This is day 3, episode 3, Synthesis. Bling bling. You're back again, just in time. We have need for you. Raban Vhart nabbed us with that article on Khazart yesterday. It has gone viral as we expected. The situation is heating up. Of course, President Khazart could not leave it at that. He filed an extradition request this very morning for Vhart. Prime Minister Blaine has shifted his schedule to fly out to Trefield and meet Khazart, convince him of letting go, or else all hell will break loose. Raban Vhart might have taken a severe blow, but he is far from giving up. Instead, he fired shots. See for yourself. Oh! Removed contributor status from Ilya, removed contributor status from Daniel, removed contributor status from... Oh. Well. Now that is interesting indeed. Okay, what else do we have here? Headlines. Catastrophe strikes the Circle Mall, kills one. Yeah, this is the article that he released yesterday. War is inevitable. They are out to discredit me and bring down what the People's Voice stands for, but we are stronger. Khazart may have demanded my extradition, but this war is not over. We will fight back against the traitors, Khazart and Blaine, who own this manipulative government apparatus designed to keep us under control. Blah blah blah, know thyself, know thy enemy. We will fight back with completely new People's Voice, resonating kind of strength never before seen. The government of the nation has declared war on the People's Voice. They are trying to enslave their own people and my people by manipulating the media. Down with the government, down with Khazart and Blaine. Wait, what does it say in the middle here? Government of the nation have dragged my family into this conflict and I will not let them get away with this. I'm still here and so is the People's Force. We are loud. We have a strong group of supporters who are loyal and will help us get back on track. Okay. Withdrew contribution rights from other editors. Okay, so... Could it be that our actions caused a bit of trouble among the ranks of the People's Voice? Good. I don't think that's it. I think he's just being paranoid about everything. Discussion. Raban, I've had enough of this one-man show you call Collective. This article is contrary to everything the People's Voice stands for, at least in my mind. We are long past the point of no return. We are no longer a group of journalists with thoughtful and considered rhetoric. Instead, the site has become a mouthpiece for an egocentric maniac who declares war against governments. I will not put up with this anymore. I quit. Well, yeah. Okay, April 14th. This is late last night, okay? You're such a coward, you have always been. Now that we finally see our influence growing, that our voice is being heard, that change is in the air, you just run off and quit. I should have known that when you signed on that you weren't built to stand the heat. I should have known that when you signed on that you weren't built to stand this heat. Okay. Just another bag of air that thickens out whenever things start to get really interesting. Shannon. Seriously, Raban, insulting our staff. What kind of leader are you? Yeah. What kind of journalist are you? You have long stopped uncovering the so-called truth. You have turned into a liar and puppeteer yourself. You are no better than Khazart or Blaine or others that you keep criticizing. Count me out. I'm done. I will not put up with this. Grow a backbone, you cowards. Don't worry, I'll take away your contributor status. I don't need you anyway. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you are against me. Oh my god, Raban, stop it! That's really not... Okay, yeah. You've been in my way for far too long already. Yeah, he is losing it. He is losing it, totally. Khazar does not win elections, he buys them. He controls the democratic process by purchasing media power, publishing fake stories, and then eventually silencing them without the opponent out for the count. Who cares if the vote count is fabricated? Do you have proof for this? Khazar does not send ancillary troops to the areas of conflict in Parges. He does not send food or medication. He sends soldiers and bombs. Instead of solving conflicts, he causes them. He owns the media and he owns the legal system. He has to. His family has been proven to be involved in an international crime network, one that supports list of offenses that include drug trafficking and prostitution, blah blah blah. Forget about solving the most. And again, proof. I need receipts. Knowing the truth about Khazar and his endless chain of hypocrisy and lies, I have to wonder why he feels threatened by a free thinker and independent media like TPV. Perhaps it is because we cannot be bought. He screams that we need to stick to the facts, but the truth is being called a liar by a fraud like Khazar is about as offensive as being called smelly by a pig sitting in his own shit. Come on, first of all, pigs don't sit in their own shit. Pigs are actually very, very clean animals. And, you know, mud baths are actually good for your skin. Actually, that's a good way to describe Khazar. He's no leader, he's a criminal. Corrupt greed and a huge amount of dangerously consolidated power has caused Parges to go down and drain. This narcissistic bastard is to blame for it. Okay. Well, maybe this could just be slandering. I see no, receipts, no links to any, proofs to any of the claims there. Sure, Khazar wanting to, I don't know, arrest Vhart, kinda, maybe, might prove something, but again, it doesn't really. It's just, and yeah, he is losing it. He is losing it. The government of the nation has declared war on People's Voice. Okay, there we had it. A war, can you believe it? Who does this prick think he is? Agent, this has to end today. Vhart will no longer undermine the peace in neither Parges nor the nation. If it's war he wants, we cannot accommodate him. We have our own arsenal, the likes of which Vhart doesn't dare to dream about. When Orwell was created, the office requested a number of additional features beyond the day-to-day tasks of investigators. Some top-level government members objected. They had the obnoxious idea to integrate an ethical codex into Orwell, limiting its capabilities. Naturally, this would not do for us. We are the nation's wardens, and we won't be restricted by some arbitrary set of rules. Oh shit. This is going down. So we found a way, as we always do, to develop a branch of the Orwell project, the very piece of software you're using right now. Time to make use of its full potential. Yeah, influencer. Behold the influencer, the centerpiece of our very own version of Orwell. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. Oh shit. It can spread a story through social media channels efficiently and thoroughly, and I'm putting you in charge of it. First, we need a thesis, a key statement which Raban made in his latest article. The government of the nation have dragged my family into this conflict. Oh crap, again, I'm not sure if I want to do this. The government dragging his family into the conflict. They should have clearly opposed Raban's actions and nothing would have happened. And they did, actually, they did. Karen being at the mall was just a coincidence and it was her own making. She decided to go after a patient who didn't want her there. And yeah, well, we will counteract this claim accordingly. Let me set that in the influencer. Well, here we go. Here is how this works. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. Instead, I need you to get me palpable information which can be used to counter Raban's statement. From pairs of data chunks that create a certain context together, I can construct a narrative which can be then spread in the influencer. So find me a data chunks to construct a narrative from. With the thesis set in the influencer, new data chunks may be discovered in the old documents and or call transcripts. Take a look around. Yeah. Yeah, there is this. I will not allow you to threaten the reputation of people's voice. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you're against me. You've been in my way. Yeah, that's also... I mean, come on, Raban, you... He does not come out as a... likable person. Okay, Raban Vhart Karen. Misappropriation of funds. Suspect was severely injured in the Circle Mall, which had been demolished due to a bombing. The suspect's involvement in which is being investigated. So far, the research has shown that suspect was using her phone to call her husband Raban Vhart, and no connection to the bombing attempt could be proven. She was taken to a hospital where she currently remains and is unable to be questioned for the time being. Yes, I will not allow you to threaten. Yeah, this one goes there. Raban Vhart is becoming more and more paranoid. He senses conspiracy and danger everywhere. Serves him right. Yeah. We may be able to use this knowledge to our advantage if we find the right context to put it in. And yeah, Raban is getting very paranoid and it is becoming dangerous. I don't like that at all. Raban is becoming more and more unhinged, sensing betrayal around every corner. Yes, we can use that, but not enough on its own. We need a good context to put this into. No, please don't. No shit. Do I really have to put in this one? I don't want to. Because that will get Karen in trouble and she doesn't really deserve that, but okay, fine, you're making me do horrible things. Raban truly had some remarkable timing with his call to Karen. It's a tragedy what happened there yesterday. Don't think I don't care. But if this had to happen, we might as well use it for a good cause. He sees his wife as a danger to his work and then she gets arrested out of nowhere. One could draw conclusions from that. Why not help people a little bit? What do you think of this? Agent, the first narrative is ready to be spread through the influencer. To do so, drag it to the slot in the influencer window and confirm. Using the influencer is extensive and takes about an hour of time to complete. We'll only get very limited chances of spreading narratives today. Make sure they count. However, I should probably warn you, what's out there is out there forever and information can be a most devastating weapon. Now, if you do the honors. #blame on Raban. Did Raban Vhart sell his wife Karen to the cops to get rid of her? Leaked chat protocol shows he had seen her as a threat to his work. Okay. Spread. Alright. That's... yeah, but okay, that is how these tags start, like, and the news gets spreading even when they aren't, like, public yet. People's voice. Why were you on the phone with your wife when she was at Circle Mall, Raban? Please don't tell me you are responsible for the bombings. The first information spread by our command alone. It is beautiful thing, the destruction of truth, isn't it? Ooh. No. I believe we pulled the right strings there. People have swallowed the bait, as you can see on Blabber. We had some good impact on his listener account. I have no doubt Raban won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see if an appropriate response from him soon. Perhaps you can find out what he's up to before he's actually publishing it, so we can prepare our next narrative beforehand. Okay. No way, I do not have to answer to you, but I shall tell you this much. I have nothing to do with these bombings. You might want to point your finger at the certain corrupt government. Why was your wife at the Circle Mall yesterday? Did you order the bombings? Of course not. You are deeply misinformed. You told your wife to go to the Circle Mall so she would walk right into this trap. You're a monster. I did not and would never manipulate my wife to walk into any trap. Whatever information or interpretation of such you have, it is false. But... okay, Raban, you don't know how to... okay. Destroy the media monsters. In the dark caves of the endless information network, they lurk out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As from now, I shall call them media monsters, the government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures, who cannot be considered human, are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They cannot tear us apart. His family is loyal to him. Oh please, I wonder if Raban believes himself what he writes there. In any case, let's see if we can shake up that feeling of loyalty a bit and prove Raban wrong, for himself and for the public. Agent, get me pairs of data chunks from which I can construct narratives that we can spread. Pay attention to anything we might use to put Ilya or Karen's loyalty in doubt, to doubt him. Okay. Provider name. Oh. Why is this on Raban's PC? Oh, do you want to tune in? Yes, hell yes.
Brother, what happened to Karen? I don't know what to say. Why was she even at the mall? Out of all the stores, why was she right next to the bomb? I'm just trying to understand. Do you know anything?
This is not a good time.
It's okay. I understand. Sorry.
No, I don't think you understand at all. You don't even have a glimpse of how it feels when the one you love is wounded in a senseless attack. I can't even be there for her. Yet here we are.
Actually, I think he understands
and immediately question what I know.
perfectly.
Why? I see. You must have read it too. That I called her right before the incident.
Raban.
It is true. I called moments before. What does that mean to you, dear brother? She was there against my advice, to track down this impertinent army woman. Karen wouldn't listen. She just pressed on and ignored me. She suffered the consequences because of it.
How can you say that? She suffered the consequences of not listening to you, her wise and all-knowing husband.
What did you say?
How dare she defy the great Raban Vhart? She
Go,
was there,
Ilya.
helping her patient, and you have no compassion. You are more concerned about being
How do you dare say that? She is my wife.
Yeah,
well, how
and
dare
you treat
try
her.
to blame her for getting mixed up in all of this?
You insolent pest.
You have done nothing but snub me ever since we left the encampment. I've had it with this crap. For the record, if you hadn't kicked me out of TPV, I'd quit.
Go then, finally. You never cared for our cause anyway.
Oh, Raban, you are. Yeah. Yeah, he does... I will do that later. Yeah, we'll go with this because this is what he basically says. And it's kind of true. I mean, in this case, his advice and his instinct was right. We know what was going to happen. We knew that Nina was going to activate the bomb, and she also advised Karen to stay away, and she didn't. But yeah, from their character's point of view, this I just don't like Raban. Now this is downright heartless, and then he talks about loyalty. And then we'll put this there. Okay. Perhaps past transgression of some kind we don't yet know about. Yes, we could use this to put Ilya's loyalty in question, but first we need something more concrete. Saved protocol. Hey lovely man, how are you today? Not so good, what happened? I stood in the lunch line for 1.5 hours and then there was nothing but bread left. You know I'm not all that fussy with food, but after not having any lunch for the last 2 days, it stresses me out. The guy at the food handout told me to fuck off if I didn't like it. Oh my god, I have no idea how you stay so calm. It makes me furious even hearing about it. I would have exploded a long time ago. If the guy at the office canteen talked to me like that, I'd get him fired. You know, you can't compare this place to an office canteen. I know, it's just... How is it even legal to treat people like that? Calm down, love. I don't mind people being assholes. They're just stressed out themselves. What really bothers me is that nobody really gives a shit about anyone here. Everyone's just trying to get by without being hungry or tired day by day. Hang in there, darling. Never forget you're a real hero to the others and to me. I love how you always want to help, but please stop saying that. It makes me uncomfortable. You're far too modest. You should be proud of what you've done. Anyway, not much longer now. I can't wait. By the way, I've picked a location. I think we could have a beautiful wedding ceremony at Bonton City Park. I just want to keep it small and in the open air instead of renting a huge venue and making a big fuss about it. Plus, I think it'll make some really nice, serene photos. Anything you want is fine for me, but Karen, are you sure you want this? You are sure you want this, aren't you? I'm getting the feeling I've been rushing into something that might not be good for you. Raban, come on, you didn't rush me at all, it was my idea. Do you want this? If you want it, I'm absolutely sure I love you. Unknown data chunk. Yes, I love you too. Okay. Blah blah blah. Patient was initially very unresponsive and reclusive, apathetic. Who is this? Raban Vhart. Around summer of that one, patient went through a sudden change. He seemed to become more outgoing, happier, and willing to talk more. Thoreau was still to keep conversation superficial. Throughout the session, the patient has been opening up more and more. Although the patient seems to have made a lot of progress during the past month, I strongly recommend to extend therapy and would like to keep it under close observation personally. Ilya. His optimism and overall social and friendly character, as well as tendency to look on the bright side of things, has helped him a lot to get through the psychological trauma of the hardships he and his brother faced in Parques. As the patient slowly opened up, he especially emphasized his heroic escape from military service in Parques at multiple occasions. He also seemed to become more and more interested in myself and my private life, making it difficult for me to maintain my professional distance as a therapist. Okay. And your phone. Oh, your background picture is of Karen. Yeah, there you are, playing cards, and there's Karen. Watergate. No, that's not Karen, that's somebody else. Watergate Christmas party. Yeah, there we are, blah blah blah. Unsent draft. Karen, I don't know what to say, I'm sorry, I wanted to come visit you, to hold your hand and tell you it's all going to be okay. But I don't even know where they're treating you, and Raban, I don't even know where to begin. I wish I could swap places with you, I'd do anything. Why am I even writing this? Hey, Ilya not here, okay, sorry. I'm so sick of this place. Cassandra Watergate, how do you keep up with this? I'm holding on to my dreams. Truth be told, I often dream about quitting, and not just quitting, but getting out and away from my brother. Okay, we know that's there. Blah 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 blah. Never forget, ask Uncle Simos about Captain Ilya Janeway. There's been other conversations with Ilya that he's been worried. How can he, like, how his brother would react to him quitting the job at the pharmacy and all of that. Not surprising with a brother like that, especially if he got belittled by Raban all the time. This would make a fine story. Give me a moment. Now we possess one narrative we could potentially spread. However, we can only hit Raban after he has published his next article. We'll need to bide our time for the moment. Use that time well to dig for more narratives. Get me everything that could be of use. Okay. ReettaJ Vhart, editor at The People's Choice, wanted to get away from the blog and his abusive brother for a long time. Article discussion arrival. Huh. I knew you liked our therapist. You know, I also look forward to those sessions with Karen every week. Lucky you, the way she talks about you, she seems to fancy you. She always treats me like a child. Ilya, stop it. Our situation in this camp is terrible and we are being treated like animals, yet all you can talk about is your dumb crush on a therapist. Karen fancies me. She doesn't like me one bit. It's her job to be nice and she gets paid for it, so snap out of your daydreams finally, will you? Do you realize we have no way to get out of this shithole and live normal life anytime soon? We might rot here for years. We can't go back to Prava, but I also cannot stand this godforsaken camp much longer. It makes me sick to even think about it. We have to find a way to escape the refugee camp at any cost. Raban, I know the situation right now is bleak and you have been through a lot, but there are brighter times ahead. We might be here for a while, you're right, but we can try and make the best of it. I mean, it's not like people here are completely cruel, and I'm sure we'll be allowed to leave the camp someday and live normal life again. As for Karen, well, if you're not interested, mind if I take a shot? Maybe I just need to prove her I'm not a child. Sometimes I wish I could share your naive optimism, brother. Okay, show conflict. Yeah, this says I love you. Do we have a date for this? No, we don't. But I'm guessing this is later. And this is him being like, yeah, this is not Karen saying, this is Karen saying that he loves Raban. So this is the one. No, we will disable this one. Have to find a way to escape. Yeah. Getting out at any cost. Yes, this could definitely be useful if backed with the right facts. Are you saying the fact would be the wedding? It might be. I strongly recommend to extend the therapy. How awfully caring of her, or maybe not. This could be useful to make Raban doubt Karen's motivations in marrying him, but we need the right context first. Are going to put this here that Karen loves her. That's too sweet. But the Raban took advantage of her. Bling bling. Raban Vhart published his article. We can strike now. Remember, you're still able to dig for more narratives, so you may want to do that before you spread anything. As soon as you're ready, spread the narrative that seems most promising to you in the influencer. We only get one chance here. Was this the happiest day of my life? I'm not sure. I was happy though. Was it a rushed decision? Maybe it was, in hindsight. There were ups and downs, but if our marriage has brought any good, Raban and Ilya finally didn't have to endure that awful camp any longer. Was allowed to leave refugee campment after his marriage. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm evil. Permanent residency is granted upon marriage to a citizen for the spouse as well as family members. Thinking about Raban wanting to escape by any means necessary, this sounds like he could have arranged a sham marriage. Let me get a bit creative here. How Raban Vhart of the People's Choice plans his escape from a refugee camp by seducing their therapist. Oh my god, I'm bad. Oh, but yeah, this is where we go. This is the story I want to spin. Because Raban, from the messages we've seen, Raban kinda seems to treat Karen more as a possession instead of a person, and, you know, demanding her that she needs all his needs all the time, like serving his needs and like saying things like saying that I don't allow you to ruin the reputation of People's Voice, and I need my wife home sometimes when the other person is, you know, doing her job, then those are kind of red flags. And yeah. Maybe he does love her in some way, but mostly he sees her as a tool for his own ends. So yeah, this is where we're going. I'm horrible. Bling, bling, bling. Oh, lots of blings. Data spreading, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Reactions. People's Voice. Happy with what you have achieved? Attacking Vhart's marriage was a good idea, very personal. I believe many of his followers took this to heart. Raban has taken a blow, but he's not going down yet. Speaking of which, let's check on what he's up to writing. Yeah. Your fake marriage shows you are a complete fraud, especially since you claim that you plan to return to your home country anyway. This should be illegal. It is illegal. Neither my wife or I married for any other reason than it's none of your fucking business, so back the fuck off, you fascist asshole. Yeah, and then when people come at him like, yeah, your marriage is fake, instead of like disproving that no, our marriage is genuine and I really love her, he attacks the person like it's none of your business. So back off. Yeah. The uprising against the government in Parges has begun. The angry crowd in front of the presidential palace in Trifilth is growing. Raban is one to thank for this, and the fake marriage is fabricated story distracting you from the truth. We are going to win this media war. People always, ha, I knew it. Fucking immigrants setting up a fake marriage in order to get into the country. Go back to your own goddamn country and stop annoying us with your pathetic blog. My wife would never consider herself one of your women. Losers like you make me vomit. Is it true that you did not marry out of love? Does that mean you might be single again soon? Ooh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh shit! Dear friends, I am heartbroken to inform you that my daughter Karen passed away 2 hours ago. My family and I are deeply troubled and sad to lose such a wonderful, admirable and kind-hearted person. It is hard to say how we will ever be able to go on without her. I cannot stop blaming myself. If I would have been able to convince her not to enter that fake marriage with Raban to change his refugee status, she might still be alive. It devastates me even more that she broke all contact with me after that. This refugee scum is the worst thing that ever happened to her. Oh my god, my condolences, this is so horrible, poor Karen, but how dare you blame Raban for this? I can't believe she's gone. I understand you are hurting, but I can't believe your racist comments. How could you blame immigrants for Karen's death? She would be devastated. But so, Karen is now dead. That sucks. Media is trying to distract you from the truth. Blaine and Cassard are conspiring against us. Why is the focus of attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? It is not curious that during a national crisis like this, while Bonton is threatened by terrorists, the Prime Minister is leaving the country. Is it not weird that he is meeting Cassard, who is throwing him a military parade party supposedly due to negotiation meeting? The answer is this is bullshit. Negotiation is not what the national government wants. They want power. This is what you really should be worried about, you mindless idiots. Now, don't insult your readers, mister. Readers don't usually like being insulted. He's spiraling down. He's spiraling down so fast. Falling back to old habits, are we? Vhart is trying to shift the attention to Blaine and Cassard's meeting. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity for him to back up his conspiracy theory. Reports say there are already people gathering in front of the presidential palace where the two are meeting, attempting to stall the talks in the name of the People's Voice. We cannot let his claim go unchecked or the situation there might escalate, not on our watch. If he's into conspiracies and hidden agendas, how about us playing the same game? I'm certain you can get me enough information to let me construct our own little conspiracy theory. Keep in mind we have to hit Raban hard this time, very hard. We must break his follower base. So she is the daughter of Elizabeth Levine. Against this backdrop, it's quite remarkable Karen professionally counsels refugees. Who is this Elizabeth? I have to disappoint you, Oleg Bakay. Raban, I'm not quite as dead as you had planned. Not yet. I may be soon, but for now, I've found a way to at least write this mail. I didn't expect you to sink so low as to work with the office. That's why I couldn't figure it out back then, but the recent days have opened my eyes. The arrest, all those interrogations they put me through, you're with them. It's the only way you may have obtained internal info on me and created that leak. Yes, I've been working with them as well. But tell me, what choice did I have after they arrested me, tortured me, forced me to become this? Now the office wants to get rid of me, else they wouldn't have sent me to that godforsaken shelter. And in your blind rage you became their tool. Because of what? Did you really think me behind what happened to Private Secretary? My unit was being targeted by someone unknown, that was all. For God's sake, Radka died in that bombing, you fool. Why in all hell would I kill my own daughter? Fuck you, Raban, and your empire of lies. From the bottom of my heart, we'll both meet each other in hell for the mistakes we've made, as soon as the office is done with you too. Yeah, Bonton bombing suspect shot on the run. Yeah, that happened. E-ticket wallet. Adult. One-way Bonton transcriptional. But where? Time for change. Elizabeth Levine for Major. The party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state fund. I bet Raban has no idea about Karen's entanglements with the party, nor has anyone of his followers. We should let them know maybe, but we need a little more backing if we truly are trying to put the blame on Karen here. No, we don't want to put the blame on Karen. Karen is dead. That is not what we want. What do we want then? Issues. Our children are the future, supporting families, education, small businesses, blah blah blah. Meet Elizabeth, who assists all different... Oh, well, it's obvious that your campaign is primarily based on the hard line against immigrants. In that light, don't you think it's a bit peculiar that your own daughter is working as a professional counselor for those refugees you are trying to send back? My daughter Karen is a kind-hearted person who assists all different kinds of people with any kind of psychological problems for all over the world. Yes, there may be refugees among them, sure, because my daughter doesn't discriminate. In any case, you can rest assured my daughter Karen stands firmly behind me, as does my whole family. But not only does your daughter specialize in refugee counseling, she's also engaged to one, none other than Raban Vhart, who is author of a blog. That is highly critical of the government. For sure you must be aware of that. These are nothing but vile rumors, pitiful lies, I assure you, simply made up to question my credibility, most likely by the very same person you just called out. You said it yourself, Raban Vhart is critical of the nation and its government, and he won't stop at any falsehood. Did you know this impertinent person invited soldiers into a school, which then was attacked because of his actions? I bet this is news to you, Jeffrey. Yes, I've done my research. Have you done yours? My daughter is doing no such thing as marrying him. No such thing, except that he did. She did, sorry. And by that, Vhart may have been drawn fire directly to the school. Why would he consider such a thing? How mindless can you get? He deserves to go down, and so he will by our hand. Bling, bling, bling. Oh shit. I know that I stand with you, David Jones. I could not help but notice that you seem to be under a lot of fire from all sides most recently. Even some of your most trusted followers are turning their backs on you, but not me. You've been through some dark times before, as you have trusted me with. Remember how you told me that Ilya got your parents, Anastasia and Milovan, in deep trouble and you saw no way out. And here you stand nonetheless, because you have pulled through. I will see what I can uncover to aid you. You'll hear back from me soon. Okay, interesting, but let's not drag the parents into this just yet. Yeah, this show conflict. She broke all contact with me because she did marry, so I think this is the correct one. With a mother like Elizabeth Levine, I cannot even imagine why. Too bad. If she would have been in contact with her mother, we might have used that against her. I didn't want to use that against Karen. I mean, Karen's a nice person. Oh, Parkesian Army will protect Pravda's secondary. Ah, yes. I have managed to make a deal with Oleg Bakhay, whose unit from the Parkesian Army will protect our school. This sounds a bit drastic. The National Army seem to have the situation under control. I appreciate the effort, Principal Vhart, but I'm not convinced that having a unit of Parkesian soldiers around the school is a good idea. Are you sure that this won't draw more attention to the school? I assure you it will be fine. I would never do anything to endanger my pupils. They are as safe as they can be. So this is why Oleg and Raban met at school. They had some kind of protection deal going on. Sounds extremely dumb to me. And it's not the entire truth. We know Bakhay wanted a shelter for his unit. This would let Raban look pretty bad if it were to be released. So why not go for it? Good, we have a narrative again. We cannot spread it yet though, not before Raban publishes his article. Keep searching around. We put this here, that he is leaving to Dewhurst. Ilya is making a run for it, it seems. Who can blame him? Why, we could, of course. Maybe he'd consider staying if the news would turn around to be against his liking. No, I don't want to. I'm kind of... Okay, one related document. In what kind of trouble? Yeah, indeed, that's what I want to know. Initiative, save Parges. We need to stand up and resist. We are the Parkesian people. Our government is corrupt. The Khazar regime has never interested in protecting the freedom of the Parkesian people. More and more opponents of our government have been arrested, and we have to stop watching and start acting. The Parkesian people will no longer sit and watch their country be taken away from them. We have to stand resistance against Temujin Khazar and his authoritarian administration. Message board. Since government has recently been actively trying to silence supporters of the initiative Save Parges and try to draw connections between us and violent crimes, we have switched to a closed message board that only members with special login data can view. Please contact Anastasia Ford if you would like to receive access to our messaging board. Captain Ilya Janeway. Oh! That worked! Simos. Message board. Threat. Family communication. I don't want to join the stupid war. Check messages ASAP. May, September, November. Ilya Janeway. Only visible for the following members. Raban Vhart, Anastasia Vhart, Raban Vhart, Captain Ilya Janeway. Dear family, your father and I decided to use this digital message board for our family communication since we do not believe our telephone is safe anymore. More and more members of our community have been disappearing recently. We need to be as cautious as possible. Please use the message board as a primary channel from now on, especially if you mention other family members or places where we meet. This is an old abandoned board of an initiative we took part in some time ago. It should be secure and unknown to authorities. Holy moly, I didn't expect that, Mom. You two were revolutionaries. You never mentioned a thing. It's quite bad, yeah, but do you think it's necessary to be this cautious? Please, Ilya, this was a peaceful resistance movement, not that revolutionary. Your father thinks it's safer to communicate here, as they might wiretap our phone. What is up with the stupid pseudonym of yours, by the way? Is that the one you use in the chat rooms all day? Please just do us a favor and stick to this message board, Ilya, and for God's sake, please pick a secure password you can remember. Raban, we would like you to invite you over to Uncle Sim's birthday next week. It would be great if you could join us. Very well, I'll join you in the evening after rugby. By the way, Uncle Simus wanted to invite Oleg Bakhay. Just because his family lives next door doesn't mean we have to show hospitality to followers of Khazar regime. It's too much of a risk. You're right, we cannot afford to be careless. I will talk Simus out of it. Mom, Dad, Oleg is a good man. The world is not simply black and white. He may be a soldier in the army, but he wouldn't endanger us. Sorry, son, I don't think it's a good idea, especially not putting him next to my elderly brother, who talks very bluntly about hating Khazard and his followers. McKay has always been overly patriotic. The police are already beginning this Gestapo-style observation that is scaring the hell out of me, but maybe you're right, we should give him a chance. Seems they only were literally closer than we thought. Yeah, okay, what else? I don't want to join this. Only visible for... I just got a note telling me to report for duty by next week. I was drafted. They're coming to take me if I don't report in. What am I going to do? I do not want to join this goddamn war and this horrible army. Please don't panic, Ilya. We're going to take care of this. There must be something we can do. Raban, you know Oleg Begay well. Is there a chance you can talk to him about this? I heard he's in charge of the unit stationed here. We'll see what I can do. Try not to worry too much, Ilya. I'm going to talk to Oleg and get you exempted from service. It might cost me a few favors and take some time, but I will get you out, I promise. He's a reasonable man, but first I need you to go report in any way. Don't give them a reason to arrest you. That will only make things harder. Okay, thank you. Check messages ASAP. Only visible for Raban and Captain Ilya. Mom and Dad are gone. They took them. They sent soldiers to our home. It was so terrible. They started hitting Dad and yelled that this was his punishment. Mom tried to fight them off, and then they started hitting her too. This bats just took them away, and now they're gone. Raban, what should we do? You have to help us. Raban, please check your goddamn messages. Punishment for what? What did they do? Truly horrible. Yeah, I believe you, Vhart. You are so sympathetic. Then again, as punishment for what? Yeah, maybe they deserved it after all. Or maybe they didn't. Okay, maybe I have to put this in here. Was drafted. Related document. The army of Pargaze forcefully recruited a lot of men into their ranks when the conflict with the FTB erupted anew. Seems Ilya has been no exception to it. Bling bling. And yeah, Raban was going to talk to Oleg. Ah, this may well be the true reason Raban made that protection deal with Oleg, don't you think? Whether true or not, we could let everyone know. Okay? Former Principal Raban Vhart sheltered Parkesian army in a deal to get his brother Ilya exempted from service before building got attacked. He especially emphasized his heroic escape from military service in Pargaze at multiple locations. So, successfully left, attempted to flee, discharged by local command. Especially emphasized heroic, so yeah. Attempted to flee. I think this is... yeah. I think this is the... First of all, let's put that there just to see if we get any more documents from that. No, we did not. He might have spun the story for Karen because he was interested in her as well, to kind of make him look a little bit better, to make it seem that his escape was successful. He got punished, and his parents were kidnapped as a punishment. Poor Ilya, to live with such a burden. There's a powerful narrative in that. Raban published his article, It's Time to Strike Back has come. You can go on searching for more material to create narratives from, though please take your time. When ready, strike Raban Vhart as hard as you can. We need to make this count. Raban Vhart sold school, shelter, former principal, shelter Parkesian army in a deal to get his brother exempted. And learn how Ilya Vhart got his parents punished for his own cowardice and his brother Raban covered for him. No, I don't want to use that. That's too cruel. Why are you there? Well, yeah, you're in a train. Going away. And he's gone. Ilya is out of the equation, though I am not sure whether that will make our life easier or harder. Yeah. I didn't want to blame Ilya. The big conspiracy you should know about. Plain and Khazard are conspiring against you. Former Principal Raban Vhart sold school's shelter to Parkesian army prior to school's destruction through bombardment. Raban Vhart sheltered Barkisian army in a deal to get his brother Ilya exempted from service before the building got attacked. Which one of these? Yeah, let's go with this one. I think it's got more of a conspiracy feel to it. I'm not sure. Also, this episode is going to be long. I'm sorry. This is a horrible tool. I hate it. Okay. You sold the private secondary shelter to Barkisian army. How could you do such a thing? You injured the lives of those kids. Don't you see how they're manipulating you? This is nothing but a lie spread by the government to bring me down. It's all spread and done. The fact that Raban made the deal to help his brother decreased. Oh, shit. Good work, but not good enough. Raban is still around and he still has loyal follower base. So, what absurdities does he dare to claim this time? Oh, crap. Okay. That last deal was a mistake. You are a hero, Raban. Your traitor of a brother does not deserve your help. I appreciate your loyalty, but I will not let you insult my brother. I can't believe Ilya was part of the Barkisian army. How could he betray us all like that? And how could you have made such a lousy deal to save such a traitor? I had my reason. I do not regret. Okay. They have fabricated yet another story about me. The national government ordered shelling of Pravda's secondary. They killed those students, not me. Okay, the day is closing in on its end, so we are pushing through this, and yeah, this episode will be long, I'm sorry. He is blaming the nation for his own fault, our own army attacking a school. We are the peacekeepers here, right? It is high time to turn things around. This has to end now. We cannot let those preposterous lies stand. We will destroy Raban Vhart. You will now. Get me something that shows beyond any doubt that the nation isn't the one to blame here. David Jones, your loyalty to me is beyond any limit. You've been with me from the start. The people's voice would not nearly have become what it is had you not been there. You're more than a fan, you're a true friend. But I'm tired. I've been writing furiously all day to this point, and look where it got me. Nowhere. Everything around me is falling apart. I have no one left. Even my followers are turning their backs on me, and your wife is dead. It's over. It has to end. I want it to end. David Jones again. You had mentioned him before. Regardless, it doesn't matter what role had with the nations, with the people's voice. What matters is only the destruction of Raban. You straight up lying to make me feel better will not change this. I had no right to publish that story. I am not a hero. You had no right to publish the story. Oh. I cannot believe you published the article without consulting me. What were you thinking? Why would you do this? I'm away laboring for 2 days and now this. I'm sorry, brother, but I wanted to try and cheer you up. You have been so stressed and sad lately, and since you helped me get out of Barkisian army, I wanted to do something for you too. I just thought this story might bring you some well-deserved praise, especially with all the controversy that was thrown our way because of the refugee camp articles. I don't see what the big deal is. People need to relate to you, understand that you aren't just another lunatic mouthpiece, to see that you have compassion, that you have experienced the atrocities firsthand that we write about every day. That's right, I lived them, not you. Oh, fuck you. Seriously, Ilya, I can't believe you would do this to me. Not everyone in this camp will be looking at me like I was some kind of martyr. I even got fan mail already by a guy named David Jones, who called himself a huge fan of mine. I don't want that kind of attention. I don't want fans, except that now you do. I just want to move on and forget this whole thing ever happened. I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but can't you just take it down if it bothers you so much? No, it garnered too many hits and it has been passed around across the nation. It's spreading like a cancer, a disease. Everyone is reading it and now I'm going to have to answer a lot of questions about it. I'm truly sorry, Raban. It was supposed to be a surprise, a moral boost. I don't think you even remotely get what you've done. Actually, yeah. So, yeah, because of that article, Raban eventually gained all that following he has now. Doesn't want to be seen as a hero. Didn't want to be seen as a hero, except now he does. But despite this, he has profited a great deal from being considered a hero, yeah. Raban Vhart is a sad joke, bereft of moral standards, and he's going down. Okay. Straight up lying. Wait, what exactly did Ilya lie about regarding his brother? Bling, not your friend. David Jones. Raban, it's a lie. It's all a lie. I'm not your friend. I've never been. I can't fully explain at this time, but I've only been here recently. I've just been informed that you're about to claim the nation bombed your school. You have no idea how right you are. I realized this may be my last chance of getting out of this mess. So I got my hands on some internal documents for you. What really happened at Prava Secondary, it's all there. I will try to get you more. Keep an eye on new Perco leaks documents. For now, I must keep my head down. They will come for me. Hit them as hard as you can, David. What? How does this person leak confidential information to Raban Vhart? This is very troubling news. I'm not aware of any one of our own people with this name, though. I'll turn this David Jones into a target person you may want to investigate if you so desire. Remember, though, that Raban Vhart remains the primary target. Get us something to obliterate him with. National Army bombarded Parkesian school. National troops started shelling the school, leaving completely destroyed. Afterwards, the ruins were searched by military with the help of civilians looking for their children. Soldiers Oleg Bakay and Alexander Petkovich were the only survivors on the side of the Parkesian army and were secured from the shelter. There was only one known civilian survivor from the Parkesian soldiers had managed to save, but was still seriously injured. The school's principal, Raban Vhart, had been found wounded and retrieved from the ruins. Raban Vhart was met with extreme aversion and had to be protected from them by the army. Had to be protected from an angry mob after the school incident. Ooh. Power of people. What did he do to deserve it? What happened there? Bling bling. Here comes the article. We must end this get me a narrative. Yeah. The nation bombed Pravda Secondary. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. How about this? Somehow I get the feeling this might not be our guy. Yeah. I'm David, free thinker, philosopher, coffee drinker. You better watch out. What kind of odd call sign is that? It's not one of our agents, is it? It's the only civilian. Related document. Raban Vhart, the only civilian. I don't see any hint to his students there. I thought he had rescued a lot of his students. My child died in the school bombing. I want justice. My child died in the school bombing on Monday. I can barely type this message as my hands shake as I try to comprehend that my little girl is gone. I haven't slept and my stomach is retching as I try to process my grief. I just want to find the ones responsible for the attack, look them in the eye and make them know just a fraction of the pain that I'm feeling now. I need to know what happened and I also need to know why it happened. Also, how is it that Raban Vhart was the only survivor? Can someone please explain that to me? Because right now I'm having a real hard time working that one out. Ilya, dear Mr. Busick, I understand your feelings and your outrage, and I cannot emphasize how sorry I am for your loss. I'm answering on account of my brother, who is still hospitalized and in shock about what has happened. Please take into account that he tried everything in his power to protect all pupils of Prava Secondary. Nonetheless, he can't help but blame himself for what has happened and feels the utmost sympathy for each and everyone who lost a child or other family member in the bombings, but it was not his fault that the FTP attacked the school. Are you kidding me? Mr. Vhart was the one who attracted the attention of the FTP by hiring soldiers of the Parkesian army to defend Prava Secondary. This is why the FTP started the shelling. He rightly blames himself for what has happened because he is the one to fucking blame. I cannot believe have the gall to come here and defend me. My daughter is also gone. Did all that he could. How could not one single child survive, huh? How dare you claim your brother is not responsible? While I did not lose any family members in the bombing, I have to agree with the people here. You have no right to come in here and defend Raban when he, as the principal and therefore the head of school, called the army forces to our school. Have you no shame? To give you an idea of what he has done, here's the list they published of people who died that day, a majority of whom were pupils aged 11 to 15. Oh, that's a lot of people. Major. Dear citizens, I understand your concern and I wish to express my sincere condolences. It's a natural reaction to this truly horrific situation. Blah blah blah. Do not blame the principal who has done everything he can to help these children, to support parents and to save people as citizens. Blah blah blah. Raban Vhart. First, please let me tell you that I am terribly heartbroken that all my pupils died in the bombing of Pravda Secondary. I decided to speak here not because I am trying to defend myself, instead, okay? Cannot believe this man fraud to claim he saved the student despite we should have known. We should have known long time ago. This is what Ilya must have lied about for him. All these lies make me sick. But here's the silver lining. This is all we need. No need to construct a narrative. This itself will be his undoing. Bring him down. Yeah. Oh. Like I need to do it now? Instead, I discovered a very important fact that the citizens of Pravda need to know, something that is highly crucial to seeing the bigger picture of this whole goddamn war. The bomb that hit Pravda Secondary was GPBN 300. I know these bombs, and they are not the kind of weapons that the FTB usually deals with. These bombs were owned primarily by the Pargesian army. This was not FTB. This attack was executed by the army and therefore the government itself. Are you for real, Vhart? You come barging in here with what is barely a half-assed apology and then start spewing conspiracy theories. Our children died. You didn't protect them when they needed someone. That was your job. Now my job is to make sure you don't step a foot in our beautiful town again. I will make sure that everyone knows what kind of man you are, Vhart, an insensitive, cowardly child murderer. I didn't murder your children, the government did. It makes a lot of sense. Doesn't anyone here even care about the facts? What are you still doing here? The hell with your so-called facts. I agree with Mrs. Toskola. You are a child murderer who deserves to be shot. We want you out, principal. My brother has done nothing wrong. He dedicated his life to this school, to his pupils, and this is how you thank him. He did everything he could to try and save them. Ilya, the fact that you are defending your brother's abhorrent actions only make you an accomplice in our eyes. You should both leave the country and never come back. We just might. Thank you for nothing, citizens of Pravda. Uh-huh. Okay, well, now I can. How Raban Vhart only saved himself, let all of his students die, and built false myth to profit from. There we go. I'm destroying this man. I don't like it. This is horrifying. Bling bling. Blabber reactions to. I knew it from the start. Wasn't it obvious from the beginning that he was no hero? You never really took the truth that seriously anyway, did you? The truth. What do you claim to know about the truth? Oh my god. What? Take a look at Blabber. Yeah, I am! You need to see it. I am! Just get the hell away from me. This ignorant, miserable bunch. There are still far too many people standing by the people's voice. We have failed. This is it. We failed, plain and simple. Our efforts are for naught. The riots before the presidential palace rage on unchecked. All we can do is hope for what? Raban started an announcement. I fear for the worst. This is the end, agent. Let's see. This is my last announcement.
My dear followers, those of you who still remain, the story that has finally been spread by the despicable government mouthpiece. It is true. All of it. I never saved those children. Because I was too afraid. Because I ran for my life, eager of saving it before theirs. Here I now am. Alive. And they aren't. I had so long forgotten about it. And now it's shaking me to my core. I believed that if I only tried hard enough, I could change things. That I could make things better for my people at home in Parges. I believed I could fight against the corrupt, evil, rotten politicians longing for power at the people's expense. I believed I could free my home country from these parasites and go back home. If only I twisted words long enough. We all need a reliable base on which our world is based. Our truth. This was mine. But now I realize that I've been living a lie. Not only a lie that made you believe in me, but a lie that allowed me to forget who I actually was. A far too comfortable lie. Only one thing is worse. Knowing that even as I speak, you all continue. Carry on, fight on with all your fury, perpetuating that very lie endlessly. Creating new truths based on fake claims put out there ages ago. What will become of this world when everybody has their own truth? What will be real, dependable? Everything will be nothing. Truth is dead. And I killed it that very day. I was too afraid to speak up and correct a mistake. But no longer. This story has to end on my terms.
Oh shit, are you
Hardly
killing yourself?
Anything more concrete than a bullet. It creates a tangible, uncomfortable fact. The very thing needed for a resurrection of truth.
Shit! Was this the end? Don't you fucking dare. That was the end? Oh my god. Yes, that was the end. Was it always going to end this way? Was it always if we'd... Oh shit, everyone is dead. Jesus fucking god damn. Oh god, this is... Oh. Oh, you bastard of a game, making me feel all horrible about myself again. And apparently we only got 3. Yeah, this is the 3rd episode of this. Oh god damn. I'm so... I can't even say anything. Okay. Let's try to calm down. Okay. So yeah. Interesting game. I like the addition to the original Orwell, where we like fabricate the narratives that social media gets. It would have been nice to use that a little bit more. I mean, there could have been more done with that, and yeah, I don't know if this was always going to be the outcome. I don't know. Like, if there was a way to catch Raban Vhart alive, and if I should have gone and check out David Johns, whoever the hell that guy was, like, that storyline got completely like ignored now. There might have been something in there. I don't know. I did not learn nearly enough. And now it's done. Shit. Okay. I might have to come back this game. I don't know if I will record any more of this, but I will certainly play this myself on my own time. Maybe start over and start from the latest save. I don't know. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there are if this was always going to happen, as well as I don't know if in the original game if Nina Maternova was always going to die, or was there a way to catch her alive, and yeah, I don't know, but this so... It's just a horrifying thought that pieces of text completely taken out of their context are kind of put into a system, put into an algorithm that then divides you as a person, and then other people make decisions based on those out of context pieces of information without seeing the whole picture. And I guess that's kind of the point here. I, as a player, see the whole text, I see all the conversations, that I can read the undertones, if something is a joke or not, or ironic or not, and then when I put that chunk of information in the Orwell system, the people there treat it as literal truth, and then that will affect the target people's lives, and they can, make decisions that completely fuck up everything for those people just because, yeah, one sentence was taken out of context and fed to a machine that doesn't understand context or irony or anything like that. So, yeah, that's kind of horrifying. Yeah. This could have been longer. The end was kind of abrupt. Well, this episode is a fucking long as... I don't know. Way too long. But, yeah. This was Orwell Ignorance is Strength. If you want me to go back to and play that last day again to try and get a different outcome, do let me know that in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching this one. If you liked it, let me know. I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you again next time.